Today, I'm delighted to be joined by one of our esteemed speakers, Kathie Bowden, Skills Manager of the Satellite Applications Catapult, who'll be taking part in a discussion session in the stream on careers beyond the cockpit. It's great to have you here, Kathie.
It's great to be here, Yasmin. Thank you for asking me.
Absolutely. Well, Kathie, we're so excited to hear more about what you'll be discussing at the upcoming event. And I guess to start off, from your perspective, what impact do you hope to make by being involved in this year's Graduate Space Career Stream?
I'm really hoping that we're going to be able to reach many people who wouldn't necessarily think of themselves as being, ready for space, really. I want to make more people aware of the opportunities that space can offer them and whatever background and skill set they come with, because I just think back to when I entered the sector, and when I graduated as a geologist, I might add, there wasn't a space career. Men had been to the moon. We didn't even have satellite images on the telly for the weather. And as far as I was concerned, satellites in space were way beyond what was available to me. And yet within 6 months, I was fully embedded in using space data. So I really hope that we'll be able to bring in lots more people with an enthusiastic background.
Absolutely. And I think that's really the main point of this, bringing in as much as possible and showing the opportunities in the industry. Leading on from that, what topic will you be addressing at the Graduate Space Career Stream?
I'm going to be contributing to the Careers Beyond the Cockpit panel. And I want to give attendees a flavour of the diversity of opportunities that are available to them. It really isn't just about engineering or building and launching satellites, but how we become more sustainable. So how can we look at repurposing and launching those and maintaining those satellites that are in orbit already? How can we make more of those existing structures so that we can save energy and resources? So that's one aspect of the sector. And then more importantly, as I kind of alluded to in my last answer, is how we can further develop the use of data that we get from space to support the efforts of every other sector to make sure that they are more sustainable and more efficient. And also, especially when you consider using, say, for example, Earth observation data, we can get a lot of information about what's going on our planet from those data types. And that can help governments, organizations understand exactly what the evidence is to support how they are becoming more sustainable. So I think it's one of those things that can go in all sorts of different directions, and it depends upon the passion and interests of each individual as to where they might be able to find their own home.
Absolutely. And Kathie, you've slightly touched on this already, but with it being such an expanding landscape and such a vast landscape, why do you think it's so important for us to be talking more about a career in the space industry?
Realistically, the sector's grown beyond all recognition in the last 5 to 10 years. It's astonishing how many new players and actors there are across the sector, particularly here in the UK. And to me, this community at Global MilSatCom is particularly critical because they're there because they're SATCOM specialists or they're interested in that environment. They understand the wider picture, particularly around security and that landscape. And whilst arguably this wider picture, we're talking with this wider picture, we're talking to the converted already. I'd like to be able to advertise or establish and emphasize to them how transferable the skills that they've got are to anywhere in the space sector, because that's, they're already there. Come and join us, come and try your hand at something different. Maybe you're a bit jaded with where you are. There are lots of opportunities that we can be emphasizing.
Exactly, and it's such an important point. Final question from our side: what do you think Global MilSat, or why do you think Global MilSatCom is an important platform for the space community?
I guess the thing for me is that when you think of the SATCOM element, SATCOMs is absolutely foundational to the space sector. It's where we started. It was the first active use of space beyond being part of the space race, if you like. So by definition, the technology itself is global, and we really can't be thought of in a parochial way. And therefore, you are that community that really draws everything else together, that enables us all to play nicely and play ball and communicate and collaborate together to make a better sector.
Well, Kathie, it's been so great to hear your insights, and we can't wait to hear more from you and all of our speakers at this year's Graduate Career Stream at the 25th Annual Global MilSatCom Conference. It's so great to hear from you today, and to find out more and to book your place at the upcoming conference in the Graduate Career Stream, head to the SA Media Group website, and we hope to see you all there. Thank you, Kathie.
Thank you for having me. Take care.